transformation. It gets you excited to go surfing.
We have completed 12 of 27 heats. We began with 18 surfers. He limited 6 of them yesterday, and now we're into round number 3, and this is another opportune time. From Makaha wearing the white singlet, no priority to start things off, and you can see way down the beach. Watch this girl's backhand. Victoria Bay, she's a land of rights and a very powerful surfer. Here she comes, number 4 in the world ranking. Coming off a second place at Trestles. Well, she's on the board. She drops a third priority. Now we've got a little battle. Looks like Alyssa Quizon giving it a look. No, to the inside. Lakey Peterson. Peterson out of Santa Barbara, now living kind of your neck of the woods where you've relocated to San Clemente part-time. The 20-year-old is having a good run. So we got number 4 and number 5. That's Bianca and Lakey. And Alyssa has having a great event so far. With moving through that very first round, her first big 3-man round number 1. That win yesterday was really solid for her. When she started off on the Gold Coast, everybody goes, "Oh, that's great. She got a 13th. We know she can do better." Well, what she has done has been remarkable. As we take a look down the beach, and this is our surfer. 2 of the 3 goofy footers are in this heat. This is Alyssa Quizon out of Makaha and goes underneath the lift. Nice hook turn, and the judges will give a positive score, I think, for a very aggressive move on a closeout, and that was dumpy.
She is looking renewed and on point this morning. It looks like she's elected to wear a bit of a thicker wetsuit this morning as she had yesterday. I know she came in from her heat and she was freezing. Let's have another look at this wave, Dave. I love the way she throws that board vertical and then finds that urgency to go under the lip and negotiate that foamy section. So 2 strong maneuvers, the best wave of the heat so far. Obviously Bianca's only got that 1.0, but a good opening ride from Alyssa Quizon.
And now we're waiting for Alyssa Quizon's score, but it is kind of a mixed bag out there. You've really got to make things happen as we take a look. Wave number 2, and kind of under priority, it's Bianca Buitendag. And you've got to test the water out there. There used to be a 15-wave maximum you can catch, and you really had to watch out in a 30-minute heat. You could catch a bunch of quick waves real sudden, and all of a sudden find yourself. And right now they're kind of in the middle section of the wave and working what was going on yesterday afternoon. As we take a look at our surfer in blue, Lakey Peterson opens up her account. Wave closes out really quick. Lakey, well-versed in all conditions herself. Plenty of time in the amateur ranks, like with Courtney Conlog, surfing, challenging beach break conditions, which is never an easy paddle out when there's a swell.
Yeah, I think how I mentioned that you can draw parallels to the home break of Bianca Buitendag. Same can be said for Lakey Peterson. You see that one big maneuver. I think this is going to be where it gets a little bit tricky. One move and she's going to have to do that paddle out that's taking so much of her energy. So like I mentioned, you can draw parallels to her home break in Ventura, the colder water, the kind of open ocean feel. You kind of get that same feeling when you go further north on the California coast down to Ventura.
As we're waiting for Lakey's first wave.
This is the wave that got Alyssa Quizon's heat started. You see these 2 opening maneuvers from her, the crack under the lip. The judges are awarding her with a 6.67, so that's really going to play into her favor.
Bianca, wave number 3. She makes it look so easy, but she is so powerful. And again, looking into the sun, a lot of white water, and sometimes you just eject when you know there's no more chance to score any more points. Lakey Peterson's first score coming through. 5 judges on the panel. There is a priority judge as well. Right now, first priority is with Alyssa Quizon, and right now she has the best wave ridden, a 6.67. And waiting for Lakey's score, and it looks like it's going to come in average at a 5.17. So again, this is a non-elimination round, but the advantage of really going for broke, kind of a free surf, if you will. Well, if you're out there anywhere in the world, and whether it's late at night or early in the morning, you might want to tune into our alerts as we take a look at rotation. Drops her left hand back. Beautiful, stylish turn on that hack, on the open face to bring it around. This is Alyssa Quizon, and she is really mixing things up, and it's a very renewed surfer.
Definitely, Dave. I think, she knows that when she takes off on a wave, she's got to make that maneuver count. We've been talking about how hard the paddle back out is, and I think that's, Alessa's mindset paddling into this wave. We'll have another look at it, but you can just tell that she needed to make the most of that section to add to that scoreline.
She's number 15 in the rankings. That's not a good spot, and she's equal 6th in the QS, so she's looking for a big result.
A lot of speed here from Alyssa Quizon. She drops that shoulder down and rotates around it. So great technique there for the layback maneuver. Showing, you know, a lot of style, just mixing it up for the judges. You don't want to see just a normal carve. She really doing that layback move. It's so hard to kind of keep control of your board because you're really putting all of your power and all of your body weight into that rail. So laying it down beautifully there from Alyssa Quizon.
Just down here, I want to give you guys a little conditions update. So, you know, this morning we woke up, the winds were onshore, it was really cold. Now it's completely changed, it's sunny, it's glassy. Well, I'll be honest, at this stage in the game, at this end of the year, they all want it. There's either requalification things in their mind or the reality of a world title.
And everybody, especially on the west side, Makaha, watching Alyssa Quizon with a 6.67 and a 4.0. So she's trying to replace her 4.0. Here's your heat leader. And again, picking up where she started yesterday with some great turns, really confident surfing, weaving to the inside. And at this low tide, finding possibly a reform. This is really rare. Aggressive surfing for Alyssa Quizon. Here comes a 21-year-old from Makaha. And there's the closeout move. No mistakes now in her forehand. Oh, she is relentless.
Oh, she is going for it right now. She knows she's going to need to make this count. She's been paddling for over 10 minutes to get this, you know, this third wave in her scoreline. That was a very important wave for Alessa. She wants to cement that win, move straight through to the quarterfinals, and, you know, really kickstart her. Yeah, we talk about requalifications. This is one of the ladies that needs to do well in this event.
Well, we think that she'll probably replace her for what will Lakey and Bianca need. This right here is exhausting.
Yeah, you watch her. She's been paddling for over 10 minutes, and she really comes into that one so well, slicing it off the top. And this is that flat section in the wave that she's really got to work through. She doesn't want to just kick out and have to paddle again for 10 minutes. She wants to make this wave count, you know, milk it for all it's worth to get those maximize the point potential.
Alyssa Quizon, a couple of ninth place results, and she is charging hard. Even throws a little bit of tail waft out the back, a la Taj Burrow.
Oh, and
the
foam climb on the end there, just really just showing the judges that she's throwing her heart and soul into that wave.
And exactly what Lakey and Bianca are going to need in the next 3 minutes. She gets a 4.90, a lot of effort to improve her second wave by just 9/10 of a score, maybe disheartening for her.
You can see her there just listening to what the beach announcer is telling her about her wave. And you mentioned that kind of hearing your score and knowing that you put so much work and effort into it. I think what the judges saw on that wave was that it was a smaller wave. You know, her first move out the back was critical, but then she had all that dead space in between, came through onto the inside, and maybe, you know, those softer turns weren't really lighting the judges' jets. But I think to improve on your scoreline, that's always what you want to do. Here we go, Dave. Live
well,
action.
Bianca needs an 8.84 with 2:32 remaining, and when Bianca does not like something, she will get out quick. That's a smart move on her part, and she might get second priority ahead of Alessa. And Bianca has now taken first priority. Maybe there was a serious paddle and she lost it. You don't have to catch a wave to lose priority. It's now or never. Yes, 3, 2, 1. Lakey gives it a shot. This wave will count. You possibly could hear the horn in the background. And again, watch closely. Is this the 6.41 she needs to take the win? Very smooth. Taking it easy to the inside. Some aggressive turns. She can find speed so easily. And the talent of Lakey Peterson. Boy, is this going to be close. 1 point looking for a little cover up. Needs to ride out of this. And Lakey Peterson.
Wow.
I think Mike Parsons might be clapping. Let's see what happens.
Buzzer beater there from Lakey Peterson, waiting for that score. She needs a 6.41, so will the judges deem that enough to see her through to the quarterfinals? Alyssa Quizon was sitting in that first place, so
keep it in the ballpark figure, and we'll see if she does win.
Let's see what she does on the outside. That's going to be critical for the judges. You see that floating move, really well negotiated. And even through this whitewater section, it was throwing so much at her. I mean, there was water coming from left to right at her, and she just maintained a lot of speed. So that's great from Lakey, working it through the inside and then bashing those coming sections. This wave just kept on giving her more and more as she was coming through the sections. Like I mentioned, really tricky to negotiate. And then that last whitewater climb manages to work through that one. So requiring a 6.41.
Let's take a look at the 6.67 for Alessa.
Yeah, just comparing these two waves. I know the judges are probably, you know, going to give this a gander and try and, you know, compare those two scores. Where does it fit in the ratio of their scoring?
She might be getting the bad news any second. Let's take a look at the, and Nuno Genet gives out on the PA. And it's a 6.0. Advancing through is Alyssa Quizon. Good for her.